How is Rapido taking over Uber and Ola? Rapido is a company that started merely a few years back and now has raised over $310 million in over 10 funding rounds with over 3 million riders in the bike taxi segment and with 3 lakh drivers in the auto segment. And not only this, but Rapido has a whopping 2.5 crores app downloads and is India's first and fastest growing bike taxi app, which has survived an ambush by both Uber and Ola and still seems to be blooming. They're doing complete justice to their name, aren't they? So how did this really happen? Before we answer this question, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that the algorithm works in our favor. Hello everyone. This case study is about one of the most intelligent startups in India. The story dates back to 2015 when an IIT alumni, Arvind Shankar, started his entrepreneurial journey with a small venture named The Carrier, which later pivoted to Rapido, India's largest two-wheeler ride-sharing platform. He and his two friends, Pawan Guntupalli and Rishikesh SR, are the founders of this uber cool startup. Pun intended. Based in Bangalore, its fundamental and operational ideology was to create something super unique and discrete from what the existing companies like Uber and Ola were creating. And so, they identified 3 important fallacies in the taxi market. The first one is the shortage of rides in the lower ticket segment. Given the surge pricing we have been witnessing with Uber and Ola, Rapido quickly realized that cab rides should not burn a hole in riders' pockets. Hence, making rides affordable was their main goal. The second flaw that they identified was that the Indian automobile sector had a huge market for two-wheelers which was underutilized. In India, 50% of the population owns motorbikes and scooters, but 70% of these owners' back seats are empty. Rapido was quick to realize this opportunity and made the most out of it. The third flaw was that the public transportation in India was slow and did not cover major areas. It is a hustle to use public transportation in India, and it goes without saying, two-wheelers are an obvious answer to India's chronic problems of jammed roads, limited public transport and poor connectivity. We all know how effortless and comfortable it is for us to drive and navigate through traffic using these handy mopeds and bikes. Rapido sensed this opportunity quickly and made inroads by providing affordable riding services using two-wheelers. Moreover, 60% of the working population of this country changes 3 modes of transportation to reach their final destination. And that is why Rapido wanted to create something reliable, convenient and affordable at the same time. At a time when most other fleet startups and firms, including Ola and Uber, have struggled to make deeper inroads in India because of their unfeasible economic model, Rapido's major focus on two-wheelers allowed it to grow exponentially. During the time that Uber and Ola were focusing on the urban metropolitan cities, Rapido found its way through Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities and built a local ecosystem in areas where it was unable for people to afford and pay the surge prices to Ola and Uber. While deciding this, Rapido took into consideration 2 major factors. Firstly, public transportation was time-consuming. Secondly, 80% of the population who had bikes were either unemployed or part-time workers or students. So by creating this ecosystem, they grabbed the opportunity of bringing not just one, but 2 customers together and created 2 sustainable approaches. Number 1, providing bike rides to daily commuters who commute by public transportation or had no vehicle. Number 2, it helps build an income for the people who own a bike but are unemployed. This brilliant strategy allowed Rapido to strengthen its presence and grow its market share. Unlike Uber and Ola, Rapido did not convince people to invest and buy a bike, rather become a full-time drivers instead. They directly tapped into the existing inefficiency of the existing two-wheelers market. More importantly, this turned out to be a secondary source of income for the people or captains as we know them. Rapido made the entire registration process hassle-free, such that anyone with time in hand could sign up as a captain on Rapido and earn 15,000 rupees on a monthly basis. These captains are not typical taxi drivers who work on a full-time basis, but anyone and everyone who has a bike with the aspiration to make some side income. But, however, there is one thing to notice here. A two-wheeler or a bike becomes the fastest mode of transport to reach from point A to point B, but it also ends up becoming the riskiest one. Thus, to ensure the customer's safety, the company came up with Rapido's monitoring and support system. The rider monitoring system, RMS, tracks all their rides, ensuring the riders possess all necessary documentation, their behavior with customers and their adherence to speed limits. The riders who clocked the maximum number of rides were rewarded regularly regularly. This keeps them motivated to provide consistent and best services to their customers. While Rapido is growing thoroughly, its network is still smaller than that of Ola and Uber, but is more focused on providing better services. But do you also wonder why the likes of Ola and Uber couldn't crack the code that Rapido did with the first-time founder? So in India, it is compulsory to have yellow number plates, even for two-wheeler taxis. When Ola and Uber tried entering this market, they were forced to discontinue their services by government officials. Then how did Rapido make it to the carpet? The jugadu mindset of Mr. Senka played it very smart here. On this issue, he said, our model is different. We help people share rides with a person headed in the same direction. So there is no need to have a uniform or yellow number plate bikes. But all captains have a spare helmet for the pillion rider. Since the vehicle pooling on a cost-sharing basis was allowed, Rapido placed itself as a bike pooling service. Currently, Rapido has over 2.5 crore customers and over 15 lakh driver partners. Rapido aims to serve over 50 million customers by the end of this year. It does close to 20 million orders per month, and there are 5% women riders and nearly 20% women customers. Its two-wheeler service is present in over 100 cities, and its three-wheeler services have a presence in 26 cities today. Rapido is aiming for $300 million in sales for the fiscal year 22-23. In Rapido's last funding D-series round, Swiggy led the investment with $180 million. Rapido said that the funds will be used to improve its technology, hire more people, and increase the number of riders on the platform, and at the same time, it will give Swiggy better access to the bike taxi fleet of Rapido. Mr. Sanka also said that the firm was looking to learn from Swiggy's experience in scaling throughout the country and helping its riders. Apart from bike taxi and auto categories, Rapido is also into logistics, delivering food and groceries. Bike taxi is its core category, as 60% of its business comes from it, 30% from autos and 10% from deliveries. So this is how rapidly Rapido is growing its business, and to make sure we also continue to grow, please like and share this video with all your friends and continue favoring the algorithm.